All right, all right, all right, all right. We're making America and Canada and Europe and the world healthy again. Because last I checked, believe it or not, in America, 7 out of 10 people. That's like you go down your street and 7 of your 10 neighbors have at least one chronic disease or condition in America. Canada, it's 6 out of 10. Globally, it's like 5 out of 10. So, I brought back out the hat and you know how we roll. We got the logo right here, but I just thought I wanted all of you to know that we are on a mission. We are on this crusade, if you will, to really make people healthy again. And I was trying to think tonight, it's kind of funny because we're talking about making people healthy again, and I'm trying to think like, how do I really get through to people that have never experienced this product the way I've experienced this product, to know what this does for you. And I'm a very visual guy, right? That's why I wear hats and shirts and I see things and it's good. But I thought I need to be a little more visual. So give me one second. Immunical, the body shot, it's like your armor. It's the best visual I could give you for tonight. I thought it's Christmas. This is my Christmas present to you. Feel free to screenshot. I'm sure people will think I've lost my mind. I can't even button that. But the best thing I could come up with is Immunical is your armor to stay healthy, not to get sick. Now, that doesn't mean that it's impenetrable, right? Like you could hit me right here, you could hit me right here, you could hit me right there, right? It doesn't mean that it's perfect, but I can tell you it's the absolute best thing to not only build your immune system, but building that natural glutathione is amazing. Now, funny enough, I actually have a little cold right now, which is kind of humorous when you think about talking about getting healthy again. It about fell off my desk. Oh my gosh, that would have been really bad. My wife would have been mad because those are actually real spikes and those would not have been good for the hardwood. So we're going to set that down right here. But the point is like that's what Immunical is. And it's funny, 17 months. I've not had a cold. I've not been sick. I've not had anything. And I did travel to Mexico out of the country. I was in multiple airports last week around probably thousands of people. And I got my first sniffle in 17 months. I still have it if you can hear it a little bit. But here's what I can tell you. I'm going to take what we call the CEO shot tonight before I go to bed, minus the energy, which is basically all three versions of Immunical together. Because if you didn't know, you can take them all together. And I'm going to throw, instead of an energy, I'm going to throw two of the greens in there and I'm going to mix it up and take it all at once. And you watch tomorrow, you'll see me on social, you'll see me out there. I'm going to feel amazing because that's what this product does. It gives you this amazing natural boost like you have never experienced before. And what's interesting is in the last 17 months, I've traveled all over the world. And outside of that, those of you that have kids, you know how nasty kids are. Like I got a 10-year-old son, you know what I'm talking about. Like these kids are into everything, they touch everything, they have no sense whatsoever what not to do. And he hadn't been sick in 17 months. My wife hadn't been sick in 17 months. My daughter hadn't been sick in 17 months. I take that back. I missed one thing. My son had strep throat for 3 days in the last 17 months, and that's it. And they are bulletproof. They take this body shot every single day. My wife and I, we take this sun ray every single week to boost that vitamin D, and our kids are taking the WIMS. If your kids are not taking the WIMS for their brains, I mean, my gosh, the fish oil and the omegas that are in here is pretty amazing. And by the way, if you didn't see in our leadership group, somebody asked me tonight, and I thought I would just mention it. All of our ingredients in here, obviously, it's organic reds and greens, fruits and vegetables, but we actually upgraded this product to methylated folate and methylated B12. So this is fully MTHFR. I like to call it a certain gene, but I won't say that on here because there might be some young ears listening. But this is fully methylated now, and it is extraordinary. As of, I believe, like October 6th, actually, we were just getting the product out there, and it doesn't change anything whatsoever, except it's just a better quality version of the folate and the B12. But I can tell you that this product, I mean, I've seen so many people. I mean, my gosh, it's been an extraordinary last week when I see people from Mexico and Peru and America and Canada and all over the world, Europe, talking about the product and the results that it does. And I think, it really summed up seeing that armor. When I see this right here, that it's like this, let me turn that around. This equals this for your life, for your body, for your health. And it's pretty amazing what it does for you. And I can tell you from a guy who has had the best blood work he's had in many, 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 many years since I started taking that product. It's pretty awesome that we can actually hit this goal of making America healthy again, making Canada healthy again. And that is not a political statement by any means. That's just like, I want my neighbors to live longer. I want them to be healthier. When I hear the statistics of people that are suffering from chronic disease, and we know for an absolute fact, this is not Mike Patello's opinion, this is not Immunotech's opinion, this is the world opinion on all things health, that low glutathione levels equals chronic disease. Well, how do you get low glutathione levels? Well, your environment, your food, your medicine that you take. I mean, the things that we put into our body mess us up so much when it comes to what we eat, what we drink, our environment. Well, what this product does, it's like the best detoxer in the world, and it starts to set your system on the path that it needs to be. It helps balance that immune system like you never have experienced before. And I can tell you from somebody who's been on it now for 17 months straight, rarely missing a day, it makes a massive difference, a massive difference. And Mauricio and I were on a very private call today talking to another manufacturer about another unique product, nothing to do with Immunical. And he made the comment, he said, what I love is that you guys have all kinds of studies on the ingredients in your product. And it didn't hit me real quick. And I interrupted him about like 10 seconds later. I said, excuse me, when you say we have studies on our ingredients, what did you mean? Could you just elaborate on that? And he said, oh, I think it's really cool that you guys have ingredients that have studies on them. And I said, well, maybe I didn't explain this well enough, or maybe the documents that I sent you, you did not read. There is no ingredients in this product that have been studied. This entire product, everything in this packet has been studied. All these other companies, let's be honest, 9 out of 10 network marketing companies. Now, I don't know that it's 9 out of 10. I just came up with that because I've been doing this 27 years and I've seen a thing or two. I'm like State Farm. But I would dare say 9 out of 10 companies, they use a manufacturer. Maybe it's from a lab, maybe it's from a doctor, irrelevant, because you can get a doctor's name on anything, get a lab's name on anything, and their products are what we call white label. In other words, their same product is sold in Walmart or Costco or a health food store or by another company, and they just change the look, change the packaging, slap their label on it, and they go sell it as the next best thing. When you want a hero product, you want to be around for 30 years and you want to put $25 million, $30 million into research and development, you don't do that business practice. You create a product that you study the whole thing on humans and you document it and you let it happen. That's what this product does. That's why, like, when our newest platinum, fastest ever, by the way, Josh Swagel, talked in Mexico, he talked about the reasons that attracted him here was the stability of the company, a company already doing $200 million a year. And then having the hero product that it's not up for debate, right? When I think about this product and this company, people want to debate things. That's our world today. We want to debate this. We want to say, are you left? Are you right? Are you in the middle? Do you eat this? Do you not eat this? Seed oils, no seed. Everybody's wanted to debate stuff. This product is not up for debate. Our company, Immunotech, it's not up for debate. We've stood the test of time. Next year will be our 30th year anniversary. We've already created $200 million a year company in 19 markets now, soon to be 20. We'll be talking about that in the near future. But what that means is People want to debate little pieces. They want to say, well, oh, well, we do this better, or we do this better, and we do this better. You know what I've learned? It's like my family. I love my wife, I love my son, I love my daughter. I'm sure they love me, hopefully. Um, but like we're not perfect. We're not the perfect family. But when we're together, we make an amazing unit, right? Like we got each other's back. It's kind of looking at the whole thing. Like I've got flaws that my wife and my son and my daughter don't. My son probably has flaws that my wife and daughter don't, and vice versa, right? When I look at Immunotech, I look at the whole enchilada, if you will. You got to look at everything, the comp plan, the stability, the product, the hero-ness of it, the mission that we're on, the culture that we have. And I think it's very hard to match that. So if you're a competitor watching us right now, I say bring it on. I would dare say that there's another company out there that has the studies that we have, the hero product that we have, the staying power that we have, the sales that we have, with the comp plan that we have. You can pick little pieces here and there and say, oh, well, we do this. That's great. But you're a startup and your sales suck. Like give me what we have. And it's amazing what we can do with it to go change the world. And yeah, somebody just texted me, they love this hat. So we should get some more of these hats. These things are great. I got a few in my closet. I may have to use this as a promotion or get it out there. But I'm telling you, we want to make the world healthy again. And what it starts with is leadership. And I got to give some shout outs from some events that we did this weekend. I was in Mexico last week, and it was pretty awesome. We recognized Josh Swaggle, our fastest platinum ever. We recognized like some of the fastest executive diamonds ever, Chris and Robert and Judy, golds in like less than like 2 days, 3 days, something like that. I mean, Katie Weekamp, Shelby, there's others. I don't have all the names off the top of my head, but like congratulations, like people getting started and boom, they launch, they get it, and they go. And I'm telling you, by coming together with what we're doing, there couldn't be a better time. And I'm going to talk about December here in just a few minutes on three things you can do this month to not only have a great December, but to set yourself up for an extraordinary January and the rest of 2026. But before I go into that, I'm going to drop these community. If you're not on WhatsApp, I need you to get on WhatsApp. Like if you like, what the heck is WhatsApp? It's an app. And I need you to download WhatsApp. And if you're not already, now if you've already on this, you don't need to do it. But there, I just put it in the chat. There is two feeds that I want you to get on. These feeds, one of them is English and Spanish. One of them is just English. We use these feeds for announcements, for communicating information. For instance, we sent out a message about this call you're on right now. Now, I know like the Billion Dollar Run Facebook page, the Platinum Pros Facebook page, like we post everything in there too. And that's great information. But these WhatsApp groups, they're directly aligned from corporate. And then we take that information and we funnel it out to you in different ways. But if you are on these chats, one of them is one-way communication, right? So it's like the company sends out information. If it's in Spanish and you don't speak Spanish, you don't need to worry about it. That means it's only pertaining to Spanish-speaking people. If it's English and you don't speak English, you don't need to worry about it. That means it's only pertaining to English-speaking people. And then if it has an English and then an exact replica in Spanish, that means it's for both languages. You can choose which one you want to read. So don't get caught up if something's in Spanish and, oh, what do I need to do? Or, yeah, it's in English and I don't speak it. Listen, if it's in your language, it's pertinent for you. Read it, take the notes from it, put it into action. And what we're going to start doing a lot better job of, I can tell you that, I give you my word. Mandy and Mary Beth, our heads of business development, they were in Mexico with us as well last week. They're going to start taking this information and breaking it down a little better into bite-sized, understandable chunks in the different groups, whether it's little videos or whatnot. So it's going to become fantastic for you to understand. But I say all that to say that's the one-way communication. The leadership group in English is actually a conversational piece. You can ask questions in there and such. And we monitor that each day. But that's stuff that we put out just for English. Like that's when we put out about the methylated vitamins that went in there today specifically. So I'm pumped up about that, but I wanted to Is that WhatsApp Messenger? Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to put the groups one more time in there. So you guys have the two links. So you have that and you're good to go. And then I am going to move on. Save the date. I have a save the date that I want you to save. I'm not going to go into too many details tonight because we're still working on the specifics. And I know right now, before I tell you, I'm going to tell you the date. Save the date, February 6th and 7th. February 6th and 7th, Houston, Texas, at the Woodlands office, the Immunotech corporate headquarters in America. Save the date, February 6th and 7th. Now, before I tell you what it is, I want to walk backwards a little bit and go, okay, I know everybody just heard save the date. Oh my gosh, Christmas is in like 10 days. Then it's New Year's, and maybe you won Cabo. Oh, February 6th and 7th, can I make it? February 6th and 7th, I think, is going to go down in history as one of the major um, pivotal points in the company. We're actually going to be launching on our TikTok shop, and that's where we're going to officially do it. There's going to be some really cool activations there, but it is going to be an invite only, golds and above. So you got to be a new gold that just hit, or you got to rank up from your position to get there. We'll unveil some qualifications on how to get there. So it's not just generally open. You got to work hard to get there because it's super elite. We're going to have our TikTok shop launch and a VIP mastermind. I'm going to be there. Mauricio Domenzine, the CEO, is going to be there. I know there'll be Josh Waggle, new platinum, will be there. Chris Robinson, executive diamond. I bet Judy and Robert are going to be there. Executive diamonds that are brand new. I bet Katie new gold, Shelby new gold. I bet Tiffany new gold. I bet all these new golds and diamonds and executive diamonds and platinums are going to be there because it's going to be a great place to build the culture, to launch. Those of you that know how to, I'm not saying you have to use TikTok Shop. There's a lot of people doing it, and we're going to be one of the first companies in direct sales that allow you to do that and build it into their system. So save that date. More details will be coming soon. You do not want to miss that. And now I want to walk through a couple things that will seem very logical to most people. But my guess is you may or may not have done it yourself, and you may or may not have duplicated it this month in December to your teams because it's December. And I say that with love. I love December. It's my favorite. It's my absolutely favorite time of the year. It didn't used to be because I loved summer when I was a kid, but now like it's very sentimental to me. We spent some time with my parents a little bit earlier, and they're getting up in age, and it's a great family time. I joke with my family. I cry more in December, but I tell them it's just because my estrogen's high. But we have good fun in December. It's a great time, and it's family and it's community, and it makes me think about Immunotech. It makes me think about getting together with people. But I know also this is what can happen. As you're coming together early in the month, what comes to happen in your business is you start to get distracted with all the things, right? You want to go look at lights, you want to go do things. Hey, go do it. There is no such thing as balance in this world, in my opinion, and somebody could try to debate me on that, but I would say there's inclusion, and you can do it all together if you want to, but trying to balance, the kids would say 6, 7, but trying to balance that it just doesn't work. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you want this bad enough and you want to go out and work hard enough and fight for it and put your armor on to go out and do something better for your life and better for your family, like there is no scales, right? It's just all in or you're all out. And I know if you're on here tonight, it's all in. So what I would encourage you to do is number one, listen to what I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about three things and I'm not going to go long tonight. But I want you to think of it for yourself. But then I want you to think, I got to get this information to my team. So maybe jot notes. There's going to be three things to write down to make it a December to remember. And the first one is the most obvious. But today's the last day for double points for the La Vida Mexico trip to, and I say Xcaret. I know that's not how you say it, but that's just the way I say it. The Xcaret exclusive, all-inclusive trip, La Vida trip to Mexico. Today's the last day for double personal points. So what does that mean? Well, it's a very logical thing. This is tea, by the way. Everybody always sends me a message. What are you drinking in that Yeti? Um, Place a personal qualifying order for this month. Get it done before midnight tonight. Why not? Right? Anytime I go to Italy, the two most heard words in English that I hear, they go, why not? Right? It's just it's a mentality. It's like, yeah, why not? And that's like the two English words that almost every Italian I know knows. I want to tell you tonight, like, why not? Why not get double points on your personal order for placing your qualifying order for your commissions tonight? So you not only get your order taken care of for this month, either 400 points or 600 points, you're qualified for your commissions. If you get customers and everything, obviously you still get paid on all that. But do that tonight and get double points towards a trip. Tomorrow, you'll still get points, but you won't get double points. So why not do it tonight? So the question is, have you done it? Yes or no? Has all your team members done it? Yes or no? So use the rest of this evening when I'm done tonight to get your order in and to get your team to do it. But I would recommend you take it to the next step because you're going to continue to get points when you order every month, but set up an auto ship. Remember, I'm going to show my age, but some of you will absolutely remember this guy, Ron Popeil. He sold like that rotisserie chicken thing on QVC. Is it just me? Am I the only one who's seen that? Give me some hearts or something if you saw Ron Popeil. And he sold the chicken thing that it like went in a circle. I don't know what you call those things, like a spigot. Okay, I got one heart. I have two hearts. Okay, two people. No, three. Okay, I got three people who know what the heck I'm talking about. Four, five. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about myself now. Six. There we go. Okay, I'm going to shut up. But he had a saying. My dad watched him. Chris acting like I'm older than him right now. Okay, now I'm feeling it. I'm putting my cowboy hat on here, or just put my armor back on because now I need it because you guys are going to mess with me. But Judy says he's passed away. That's not the point, Judy. What the point is he had a saying, and his saying was, "Set it and forget it." And I always loved it because just the way he said it, he would go through his spiel selling this rotisserie chicken machine and he would say, set it and forget it. You put it in, you set it, and you forget it. That's what I would encourage you to do for your business. You have enough to think about in building your business, prospecting, getting the products out to people, doing this, doing that, qualifying, requalifying, talking to prospects, getting them on Zooms. You don't need to think about, am I qualified to earn a commission check this month? Right? Set it and forget it. So when you go in tonight and place your order, why not just say, yeah, go ahead and make that an auto ship order, for the following months. Just click the button, create an auto ship, get it. You can modify it anytime you want. You're not stuck. That's the great thing about this company. You have full control and access 24/7 in your back office to be able to modify, change, and take care of everything. So what I'm encouraging you to do, number one, in December, place your personal order tonight. Get it done tonight. I want to see 406, depending on your rank, either 400 point order or 600 point orders going in. And by the way, when you hear 400 and 600, that's not dollars, right? A 400 point order may be like a little over $100. And you need the products. You got to stay healthy. You got to have your armor, right? And I think most people are, they're buying the Sunray, the Wims, the Immunical. They're great samples to turn into many, many more sales. So use this. So place the order tonight, set up your auto ship tonight so you can set it and forget it, right? And those of you that came over from MDC, I would encourage you, get that qualifying order in today. Get those double Avita points. I can tell you, from talking to Chris and Robert and Judy, the executive diamonds, and Josh, the platinum, they are so excited for you to go on the trip with us because the last trip that we had was like over 2,500 people on a cruise ship. Well, this resort in Mexico in the Riviera is like, it's one of the top in the world. And it's one of the coolest experiences. And these aren't the kind of events that you go and you have to sit in conference rooms all day. These are fun. These are culture building. We do great team building stuff, and you're definitely going to learn some amazing things, but you have tons of free time. So just for placing an order tonight, 400 or 600 points, set up your auto ship. It's something that's out of the way. And that's a reason, people ask me all the time, Mike, why do you always wear black shirts? And, if I'm not wearing an Immunitech black shirt, it's usually just a plain black shirt and I'm wearing an Immunitech hat because It's one thing I don't have to think of. You go in my closet, if I walked you in there, it's a pretty amazing closet. But the whole left side is black t-shirts. The whole left side, black t-shirts, short sleeves on top, long sleeves on the bottom. And a lot of them got this little logo all over them. This side over here is the colors, right? But it's all on this. It's just black t-shirts because it's something that I don't have to think about when I leave the house every day. My shorts, I don't care about as much. I'm going to wear some tennis shoes. I'm going to throw on, an Immunotech hat. I'm going to throw on a black t-shirt or an Immunotech t-shirt, and it's one less thing I got to think about. So first tonight, because it's time sensitive, get your order in. We're going to do a Zoom for anybody that wants to, but specifically for the MDC family that came over, and make sure you understand how to set up your auto ship. We're going to do that later this week, and make sure you understand how to requalify and such. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit later tonight. But the first thing, get your order in, get the double points, do it tonight before midnight, set up that auto ship. Second, and this is a really important one. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because it's so obvious that I shouldn't have to. Every single person that joined in October, November, or December, you are in the promotion to earn a $5,000 gold bonus if you hit gold in your first 4 months. You can also earn a $15,000 diamond bonus if you hit diamond in your first 8 months. So what does that mean? Let me make sure everybody knows what that means. That means that let's just use December. So today's December 15th, right? Yeah, December 15th. Anyone who joins October, November, or the rest of this month, right? The whole month, you got 16 more days, 15 more days. You got till December 31st to go all out and put as many new recruits into Immunotech as you humanly possibly can. Now, why is that important? Because they don't need to achieve gold in December or achieve diamond in December. They just need to purchase their pack in December. And then they've got 4 full months to go gold to start earning that $5,000. They've got 8 full months to go diamond. So December is their decision month. Get started. And then the moment they get started, what they should be doing is putting as many people into the business in December as they humanly possibly can. Purchase their pack. They go all out the next 15 days. Yes, take time with your family. Yes, go to candlelight service. I'm going, right? You go do the Christmas things. But as you're doing everything during the month, put people in the business, because what you're doing is 2 things. Number one, you're setting them up for a massive launch in January, February, March, April, right? They've got the ability by April to hit gold and start qualifying for that $5,000. But what does it mean for you if you're at the same or one step ahead of them? Well, there's a sponsor moving up bonus that you get to earn for a couple months. So you're not only helping them getting started, but you have the ability to earn a couple months, maybe 3 months, 4 months, based on the rank. Obviously, you can look in the compensation plan, but there's multiple month payout to the upline. So you're not only doing it for their sake, you're also helping yourself. And all they have to do this month, I don't want you to overthink it. They just got to say yes. They just got to make the decision to get started. And that is the carrot that I would dangle in front of them. I can tell you from personal experience, when we used this concept before, and it wasn't actually this lucrative or in this short amount of time that they could earn the 5 or the 15,000. It was actually much longer with all kinds of hoops. This is a real $5,000, $500 a month over 10 months. This is a real 15 grand over 10 months. These are real life-changing money for a lot of people. This will pay off your credit card debt. This will pay off your medical bills. This will pay off some student loans. This will pay cash for next Christmas, right? Because Christmas is already going to be here before you start earning this one. But the point is, you dangle this carrot. Thousands of people can get started this month. And then it's all about 3 by 3 by 3, right? If they go out in their first month and they get 3 customers, they're not only going to earn the bonuses, but they're going to get a free box of Immunical in the US and Canada, right? That goes the very next month. So that's like a win. They not only get paid, they get free product in their first month for getting 3 customers. And guess what? It could be three customers or three consultants, or it could be a combination. We really don't care. We just want it to be three. And then when you have someone duplicate that a couple times, like you're right at gold. People are going to be hitting gold. We saw it in 48 hours. Katie, Shelby, others. I mean, it's crazy how fast people are duplicating this because, like, this equals this. It's the armor for your body, for everything that you're working against in this world that we're on right now. So, the second thing I want you to do in December is recruit. And I want you to recruit like your life depended on it. Because you putting somebody in the business in December sets them up for something they may not even realize they can do. They may not even realize that it's possible and how simple it could be for them. But it's like you're handing somebody $5,000 just for saying yes and making the decision this month. So when you think about dangling that carrot in front of them, all they got to do is say yes. You enroll them, you enroll them, you enroll them. You go to the extreme work for you, right? You get a less hours sleep to talk to more people. You get up an hour earlier to get some stuff off your plate so you can talk to more people. This is your month to make a decision to enroll. Because remember, if you got started in October, November, or December, you got your first 4 full months, like to go gold. That's three people. You do that in your first full month, boom, you get a free box of Immunical. You duplicate that a couple times. That's like what, a team of 9? Well, that's however many people. That's only like what, 6 people away from going gold. I was trying to do my math in my head, and I'm like, my gosh, am I back in kindergarten? But I'll be honest, that like fifth grade math is not easy. Those of you parents know what I'm talking about. That math's hard, and they send that stuff home at homework. The point is, get them in this month. Place your order tonight. Set up your auto ship tonight to get the double points. It's like a no-brainer. If you plan on qualifying and getting a check for the work that you did last month and the work that you did this month, you got to put in an order, right? Yes, you can do it with customers, but why not set it and forget it? Number 2, recruit. I just told you what the importance is. Number 3, and finally, requalify. Requalifying in this compensation plan is such a cool thing. Now, I want you to think about this. The first 2 things I just gave you, by placing orders, that's going to help you requalify for your business. Other people placing orders, it's going to help them and you requalify for the business. Recruiting new business in, it's going to help you and them requalify for your business. So the first thing that we talked about and the second thing, they all build up to helping you requalify. Now, why is that important? Well, obviously you're going to get paid more money in the comp plan, but there's one of my favorite pieces of this compensation plan when you look holistically is the moving up bonuses and the sponsor moving up bonuses. And all this means is when you hit silver, this extra part of the comp plan kicks in called a moving up bonus. But you got to hit silver the very next month to get that bonus, right? Or you miss it. So like you put your order in, you go recruiting, make sure you hit that silver again. Gold, right? You have a certain time period on that accelerated moving up bonus to get that gold bonus, right? We want you that first 4 months, that accelerated, but you got to qualify the second month. So if you hit in November gold, you need to hit that gold this month so you're fully qualified so you don't leave any money on the table. Same goes for diamond. You hit diamond last month, hit it this month. How do you do it? Recruit, 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 reorder, 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 set up an auto ship, set it and forget it, and build your business in the process. So don't leave money on the table. Requalifying early on in your business is crucial and vital. So you just maximize the comp plan. And believe it or not, a lot of times, I'm the president of the company. You would think, well, my gosh, do they really want you to maximize the comp plan? Yes. Mauricio and I talk about this all the time. We had a great conversation with Josh in Mexico. Like, we want to pay out every single dime in this comp plan. And the comp plan is already fully dynamically compressed in the generations. These bonuses, though, like these are on top of all that. We want to pay them out so people have the most amazing experience. And I can tell you from the checks that were created just in the 2 weeks from the MDC team, they were a whole nother level. But what I want you to know is this month you requalify, they'll go up. But you got to redo that requalification. You got to go out. And what's that mean? That means you got to build new business. You got to maintain existing business. You got to build new customers, build new consultants, get your orders in, take advantage of the promotions. If you just focused on these three things the rest of this December and got the noise out of your way, and you said, am I qualified? Yes. Is my team qualified for my order, placing my personal order? They're not. Okay, I'm going to make a personal phone call to each and every one of them. Yes, you can actually still pick up this device and actually talk to people on it. You don't just have to type. And tell them the importance of what this month is like. Tell them tonight. Let them get some points towards the crew, towards the trip, La Vida. And all of a sudden, they may get really inspired to go build a business. Set up that auto ship so they don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it the rest of this year. Right now, that part's taken care of. You're automatically getting points towards the trip. Recruit, recruit, recruit's the second thing. We've talked about why. All they got to do is get in, and then we can use January, February, March, April to launch their business. And then third, requalification is so vital. And I'm super excited because what's at stake right now is I almost don't want to use this word because it sounds a little corny. It's like legacy money. Um, what this company has created over the last 30 years. It was really cool in Mexico to see um, Dr. Bonos. They brought him back to life. He's passed away. He's one of the original, probably the main original inventor of Immunical, along with Dr. Patricia and another. But they brought him back to life with AI, and he told a story, and it was really cool. And like I was sitting there, I'm 47, and I've been in direct sales for 27 years, if you can believe it. It's all I've ever done. And just as a student of the business, like I'm sitting there and it hit me like a very surreal moment. I'm like, it's kind of crazy that, my life has brought me to the point that, and I hope you guys know where I'm coming from on this. Those of you that know me know I'm being very sincere when I say this, but I would have never thought I'd been president of a 30-year-old multinational, $200 million a year company doing business in 19 countries. Um, I couldn't have fathomed that. I've had a very illustrious career. Like it's been amazing. And every little step, I didn't see it, right? I worked very hard and things opened up because I opened doors and I made relationships and I created results, right? Through a lot of amazing people. And what blew my mind when I was watching that, I thought 45 years ago, like I was 2 years old when they started this research. I was 2 years old when they started research on this product. And now I'm in the position that I'm in with the company, and it gave me a little bit extra, like sit a little higher, right? Get a little more oomph. And I take this very serious. I like to joke around. I like to use things and proof points and get you to think and jar you a little bit because so many times we just sit here like this and we just do this. We scroll, right? Or we scroll this way or we click. And this really is a legacy company. What does that mean? That means that it's not on trial, it's proven. When you look at everything holistically together, there's just nothing out there that compares to it, period. And nobody's been able to prove me wrong. Nobody's tried to prove me wrong. Like, bring it on. I'll listen, not because I'm going anywhere, but because I want to hear their argument and let them see, do you have a 30-year-old company? $200 million a year in stability, haven't hit the massive growth. Because here's the thing, some companies have went up well over 200, but then they drop back down. There was a company that I knew, I'm not going to say the name, I wasn't involved with it, but they spiked, they went up to like 500 million, but then the next year they hit 200, the next year they were back down to 80, right? That was kind of their normal. There's nothing wrong with that. But Immunotech's been like this. I love what Josh says. It's not hit its spike yet, its curve. And we're doing it right now because collectively, I can tell you, as you look around the country, as you look around Canada, as you go to Mexico, Latin America, Europe, I've been to all of them. I've visited them all now, all the markets. I can tell you there's something different that's like bubbling up here with this product. It's getting younger, right? I mean, I was talking to my friend Tiffany and my friend Katie, which I've known for many years, and they got started here. I believe one or both of them hit gold in like 2 days or something. They're extraordinary human beings. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. You'll see them on the trip, and you'll know what I mean. But like They're in their 30s and they are excited about what this product can do for not only them, but for their kids. And I can tell you, when you want to hit mass growth in that curve where we're going to go, we call it 2x by 27, we're going to double our company, double our sales by the end of 2027. That's going from 200 to 400, by the way, or more. It's because we take something that's so great, we simplify the message so that people, predominantly women, moms, dads, that are looking for a little extra in their 30s, when they get it, that's when this starts. And I can tell you, they're getting it. They see it. And they're not only seeing it, they're acting upon it. They're executing their plan. They're going in and telling other people, and the response continues to bubble up. And this snowball effect is starting. And I would just encourage you, be a part of it, whether it's a small part or a big part, right? Don't shrink your dreams, grow your income. And I'm telling you, if you will do these three things that we talked about tonight, place that personal order before you go to bed and set up your auto ship, get, excuse me, recruit, get new people into the business this month, and then requalify whatever you did last month. At least requalify. If you want to rank up, I say go for it. There's going to be so many people in December to do it. I bet we have the best December we've ever had in the company's history. Mark my word. It's going to be an extraordinary month. So I will tell you that, what's it say? Would love to have the answer of the cost of shipping on consultants' second orders. Customer service says it goes on their second order. There's no extra shipping. So whatever you pay for shipping on your normal order, we don't charge you extra for the free product. There's your answer. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. And I told you I'd feel better by morning. I already feel better. I took a bunch of Immunical right before I started this, and you probably heard a little bit of sniffles before I started. Drank a little tea, and now I know how I'm going to go to sleep. It's 9:43. I think I'm going to go and get back to work because we got three things to do in December. You do them for yourself tonight, and then make sure your teams know it. Be watching for email messages on Billion Dollar Run, Platinum Pros, for a call this week to specifically talk about setting up your auto ship, making sure you understand the importance of requalifying, especially if you're from the MDC family that just joined us. So thanks, everybody. Save that date, February 6th and 7th. Have a Merry Christmas. I will not be with you next week. We got a special couple guests that are going to be on next week, and they are going to rock out the 22nd, I believe it is. I'll be back the Monday after Christmas, but get your prospects. Don't think because it's Christmas time that your prospects won't get on a Thursday night Zoom. I'm telling you, nobody else is calling them. They'll pick up.